Hello everyone from Ali at 11th House Wales, and welcome to a weekly appointment. So it's February, which means that we are inching towards that very divisive time of year, that Marmite time of year, which is Valentine's Day. And it makes me laugh every year how divided we are over Valentine's Day. So some of us really get excited, you might be falling into the camp of these people who want to really celebrate it, and why not? Isn't it wonderful? So you might be getting out all of your wrapping paper, all of your rolls of pink hearts wrapping paper and using them all up. Or you might be falling into the camp of people who want nothing to do with your rolls of wrapping paper. The only rolls that they employ are your rolls. But it doesn't matter how you feel about Valentine's Day. It doesn't matter what your relationship status is. We all have one friend that really wants the best for us, and I'm saying it because it's not a person, this friend wants to give us benefits on a mental health level, on an emotional level, on a physical level as well. And this wonderful friend that we all have is oxytocin. And I'm sure that you have heard of oxytocin. You might have heard of it as the love hormone or the bonding hormone. And that is very true, because what it does is it allows us to feel connected to the people we love. And it also creates a sense of trust, a sense of safety, a sense that all is well, that everything is in place, that everything will fall into place. But if that wasn't wonderful enough, what oxytocin also does is it repairs the heart, not just in a metaphorical sense, but it physically goes and repairs the heart. How does it do this? Well, oxytocin repairs the muscles in general. So we know from studies, for example, there has been a study on mice of different ages. They had young mice and old mice. And what they all had in common was that they had some sort of muscular problem. So the researchers took just the old mice and they injected them with oxytocin. And believe it or not, these old mice were healing whatever muscular damage they had 80% faster than the young mice. 80% faster, which is absolutely jaw-dropping. So in this sense, oxytocin is very much an antidote to stress, because, as you might know, cortisol, the stress hormone, damages the heart. So then oxytocin goes and repairs this damage. So at this point, you might be thinking, well, I want more of that stuff in my life. I want more of that wonderful, magical, natural stuff in my life, in my system. How do I go about that? And there are different ways. So if you are one of these really lucky people now who have people around you, if you have other people in your household, or if you are in a bubble, then just stop whatever you're doing and go and hug them, because it is that physical touch which is the nudge for your brain to put this neurotransmitter into circulation. So go and touch them as often as you can, touch them tight, touch them long, touch them like you really mean it, and just feel it flowing, washing over you, this sense of safety, the sense of calm, which relieves stress and relieves anxiety, makes you feel that all is well. And enjoy it, and enjoy the knowledge that your loved ones are experiencing the same as well. And if you are on your own, fear not, because there are ways for you, there are ways for us as well. And the first one, which I want to put out there as a proud dog mum and cat mum, is that pets count too. It doesn't need to be a person that you're hugging, it can be your pet. So anytime that you stroke them, that you go and give them scritches, every time that you hold them and smooch them, and mind you, if it is a cat, I've got a very patient cat, but I think he has a tolerance of about 5 seconds for all this display of affection. But every time that you go and touch them, physically touch them, it will have the same effect as touching a person. So again, you have the knowledge that your pets will reap the same chemical benefits too. So if you have this blessing of sharing your home with an animal, then again, stop whatever you're doing and go and pet them. Another way that you can do this is to use your imagination. And I am aware here that it sounds a little bit like a consolation prize. You can't get a real hug. Just imagine that you are getting a hug. But you have to keep in mind that our imagination is way, way more powerful than we normally give it credit for. So whenever you are creating in your mind a scenario, whatever that situation might be, your brain areas light up, the same brain areas light up and get activated as if you were actually physically living that particular scenario. And by and large, you will have the same results, the same effects from this. So just, you can do it now. Imagine that you are receiving a hug. Imagine that someone, your favorite person, one of your favorite people is hugging you now, and fill in as many details as you can. So put in all of these sights around this scene. And sometimes people say, oh, I'm not very good at visualizing. It doesn't matter. Just use your other senses. So the sounds, imagine the sounds around you, which might be the sound of the heartbeat from that person as well. And you could put in the smells as well. So that comforting smell of, this person's skin and hair. And you can put in definitely the sense of touch. Just imagine what it feels like to hold this person and to be held, that pressure, that sense of comforting tightness. Just revel in this sensory feast of physical touch with someone you love. And you will find that your brain can't actually tell the difference. The more detailed you make it, the more your brain will think that it is absolutely real, and it will start pouring out oxytocin in response, just as if you were snuggling up with your favorite person. Something else that we can do is use the sense of touch, but just use it physically on ourselves. So for example, put a hand on your heart, on your chest, or both of your hands. And I know that we did this before. This was a while back. It was months back that we did this. And I said at the time, just 20 seconds of touching your heart, just keeping a hand on your chest, is enough to start producing oxytocin. And we can pair this with a little practice as well. So what you can do is, if you want, you can close your eyes and take a few nice deep breaths in. When you breathe out, just take your time to breathe out. If you can, just keep the out breath longer than the in breath. And when you breathe out, you can actually imagine that you are breathing into your chest. You're breathing around your heart in that area. And you could also breathe in a word. So say to yourself, peace, as you breathe in. Or you can say to yourself, calm. Or just choose whatever word is meaningful and resonates with you right now. Love, you could breathe in. You can actually enlist your imagination to imagine that you're breathing in a light, or you're breathing in a color which represents peace or calm or love for you. just spend a few moments just enjoying this deep breathing, visualizing it in your heart area, spreading throughout your chest. And then I'd like you to imagine, or rather remember from the past, that time when you felt loved. A time when someone made you feel cherished, protected, and safe. So it could be a friend, it could be a teacher, it could be a family member, it could be a pet. And just remember this one event, this one time in your life that you felt like that you felt all of this love, safety, protection. And you could just relax into it and enjoy it. And once you've chosen your scene, then just enjoy remembering it and enjoy all of the feelings which it is creating inside you. All of the sensations that go with it. And again, just take a few moments to just enjoy it, just soak it up. That's right. Okay, and when you're ready, you can just release your hands and open your eyes. And this works on different levels, because what we are doing with the deep breathing is we are activating the parasympathetic nervous system, which is the branch of a nervous system which creates a sense of calm, a sense of ease. And then with the memory of that event, we are again enlisting our imagination to produce oxytocin, which is also nudged into flowing by that physical touch. So I really hope that you have found this useful, that you will use all of these tips to create more oxytocin in your life. But whether you are celebrating Valentine's Day or not, whether you are in a relationship or not, I really hope that you are aware of the love in your life. So with much love from me, and remember that love also includes self-love, your own love towards yourself. I will see you here next week at the same time. All the best. Have a lovely week. Bye. Bye-bye.